15 things you didn't know about Fiat. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another exciting original video presented by Alux.com. Today we're revealing some interesting and surprising facts about the largest automobile manufacturer in Italy, Fiat. Fiat's history dates back to 1899, when Fabbrica Italiana Automobili Torino was founded by Giovanni Agnelli. In 1900, the first Fiat plant opened and the company produced 24 cars that year. In the late 1910s, their production shifted to manufacturing products that would help in the war efforts of World War I and then II, but they were still continually producing cars in limited numbers. In 1969, the company expanded when they bought half of Ferrari along with another car company called Lancia. In 1986, Fiat bought Alfa Romeo from the Italian government, making Fiat Europe's largest automaker. They also acquired Maserati in 1993. In 2014, they bought Chrysler and formed Fiat Chrysler Automotives, which is currently the world's 7th largest automaker. In the past, Fiat produced a number of models including the Fiat Brevetti, Fiat Tipo, Fiat 500 Topolino, Fiat 1100, Fiat Dino, and Fiat Panda. Its current production line includes the Fiat 500, Fiat Panda 4x4, Fiat Ducato, and Fiat Argo. The Agnelli family has run the company from its founding up until present day. Fiat has seen some major ups and downs in its nearly 120-year existence, but it continues to have a prominent presence year after year in the ever-changing automobile market. If you're new here, welcome! Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. We are inspired by Fiat's creativity, resilience, innovative spirit, and endurance. So, let's take a closer look at this successful Italian car brand with the 15 things you didn't know about Fiat. Number 1. Fiat's first car was the Fiat 4 HP. Fiat began producing cars in 1899, and their first model was the Fiat 4 HP, which, true to its name, had just 4 horsepower. 8 models were produced in 1899. The car had a 2-cylinder engine that was mounted on the back, could not go in reverse, and had a top speed of 22 miles per hour. Number 2. The Fiat 2800 was driven by the Italian king and Pope Pius XII. In 1938, Fiat introduced a new model that took the company into a realm of luxury vehicles. The Fiat 2800 was a limousine model that was used as a status symbol in the years surrounding World War I in Italy. It was driven by the Italian king, Vittorio Emanuele III, and Pope Pius XII. However, the model was not very successful overall because of the economic conditions of the times. Fiat ceased production of the model in 1941. Number 3. Fiat introduced the first minivan. Fiat has been thinking outside the box from the very beginning. Over the years, they have introduced unique models with innovative features and technological advancements. One of the more notable inventions that Fiat presented was the world's first minivan, the Fiat 600 Multipla. Although most minivans are far from luxurious, this 1956 design was very influential for many future models of minivans that will become very popular as family cars in the future. They also created the first SUV with an integral body frame, the Fiat Campagnola. Number 4. Fiat acquired Chrysler for $4.3 billion. When the American car company Chrysler went bankrupt in May of 2009, Fiat started buying up as much of their stock as possible in an effort to gain a majority stake in the company. On January 1, 2014, Fiat announced that they had completed a deal to gain full control of Chrysler for $4.35 billion. Fiat then merged the assets of both the Fiat and Chrysler groups to create Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Number 5. A Fiat was used to break a car-pushing record in 2013. Joey Motze decided he would try to break the record for furthest distance pushing a car in 24 hours, and of course the Fiat was an ideal car for this endeavor. In 2013, he achieved his goal by pushing a Fiat 500 50 miles around a parking lot over the course of 24 hours, and he raised money for charity in the process. Number 6. Fiat produced military aircraft for decades. During World War I and World War II, Fiat had an aviation division that was solely focused on creating airplane engines and military planes for the war effort. During World War I, Fiat primarily produced engines to be used in aircraft, but by World War II they were producing a number of complete military aircraft. After the war, Fiat Aviazione remained a separate division of Fiat and continued to make military aircraft, including fighter jets like the Fiat G91, which was introduced in 1959 and was produced for 19 years for the Italian Air Force, German forces, Portuguese Air Force, and others. The division merged with a different company in 1969 and no longer operates under the Fiat name. Number 7. The original Fiat 500 was given the nickname Topolino. The original Fiat 500 that was produced from 1936 to 1955 was the smallest production car of its time. The car was a tiny 127 inches in length, 50 inches in width, and 54 inches in height. Its small stature earned it the Italian nickname Topolino. This literally translates to Little Mouse, and it's also the Italian name for Mickey Mouse. Number 8. Jay Leno's Fiat 500 sold for $350,000 at a charity auction. When the 2012 Fiat 500 Prima Edizione was first introduced in the US, Jay Leno was able to get the second US car produced, with the first going to Fiat CEO Sergio Marchionne. Jay decided to donate the car to a charity auction for Fisher House, a charity that provides housing for families of injured soldiers. A typical 2012 Fiat 500 costs below $30,000, but the winning bidder paid $350,000 for Leno's car at the Pebble Beach, California auction. Number 9. Fiat set a Guinness World Record with the Fiat 500 Esselunga. In 2017, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles teamed up with the Italian supermarket chain Esselunga to give away 1,495 special edition Fiat 500 hatchbacks in celebration of the 60th birthday of both the store chain and the Fiat 500. The limited edition Fiat 500 Esselunga features an exclusive pastel white body paint finish with an ivory-dressed interior, an Esselunga badge, and a numbered plaque. In less than 2 days, all 1,495 cars were picked up by lucky winning shoppers, which helped Fiat set a Guinness World Record for the most cars handed over in a 48-hour period. Number 10. A special edition 500 by Gucci was released for Gucci's 90th birthday. The Fiat 500 by Gucci was designed to celebrate both Gucci's 90th birthday and the 150th anniversary of the unification of Italy. The 500 was customized by Gucci creative director Frida Giannini and was offered in either black or white with red and green stripes around the car. The rear brake calipers are Gucci green. They also came out with a cabriolet version called the 500C by Gucci. The car was first introduced in cities such as Paris, London, and Tokyo, and was then introduced in the United States at the 2011 New York Fashion Week. If you want to find out more interesting facts about the high-end Italian fashion brand, click in the upper right-hand corner to check out our video of 15 things you didn't know about Gucci. Number 11. The most expensive Fiat sold at auction went for $1.375 million. The most expensive Fiat ever sold at auction was a 1953 8V Supersonic by Carrozzeria Ghia of Torino, and just 15 of these supersonic versions were ever built among the 30 to 40 in total designed by Ghia. It was delivered from the factory new in 1953, being just the 10th of 15 to be built. It was exported to the US by Chrysler chairman K.T. Keller, who arranged the sale of the car to Lou the Speed King Fagioli, a 3-time Gold Cup winning powerboat racer. In 2013, it sold at auction for a record-breaking $1,375,000. Number 12. Libya bought 10% of Fiat in 1976. The country of Libya decided to make a major investment in Fiat in 1976, buying 10% of the company for $415 million, which is well over $1 billion at today's valuation. The Fiat brand had been experiencing economic problems, so they welcomed the support from the Libyan government, although they were clear that the purchase was only a financial investment and did not concern politics. Libya sold its stake in Fiat in 1986 for $3 billion. Number 13. They have won more European Car of the Year awards than any other manufacturer. There are a number of high-quality brands based in Europe, but none of them have matched the amount of wins that Fiat has achieved for European Car of the Year. They first won in 1967 with the Fiat 124 Spider, and their most recent win was in 2008 with the Fiat 500. They have won a total of 9 times, and the next closest competing manufacturer is Renault, with 6 wins. Number 14. Fiat has the highest volume of sales in Brazil. A number of companies have found their way into the coveted Brazilian automobile market, but Fiat currently tops them all in terms of number of vehicles sold in the country. Fiat has one factory in Batim, MG, that is responsible for all production in Brazil. As of 2014, 4 out of every 10 cars sold in Brazil were Fiats, with the most common models sold being the Palio, Strada, Uno, and Siena. Number 15. Fiat loses money every time someone buys their electric car. The current CEO of Fiat, Sergio Marchionne, has said that he wishes that no one would buy the electric Fiat 500e because the company loses $14,000 with every purchase. He says the only reason they produce the electric cars is because of rules in certain U.S. states require it. He has no intention of releasing the car in Europe. The first Fiat 500e was introduced in 2012, and they were initially sold in California and Oregon. As of May 2016, around 16,500 of these cars have been sold, which is a loss of at least $231 million, according to the CEO's calculations. Now that you've learned more about Fiat, we'd like to know, which small car you prefer, the Fiat or the Mini? Let us know what you think in the comments. Still here? Here's a bonus fact just for you. The Agnelli family, who has run Fiat since its inception, is one of the richest families in Italy with a net worth of $13.5 billion. The only 2 people worth more than the Agnellis are Leonardo Del Vecchio, the owner of Vogue, Lenscrafters, and Sunglass Hut, and Michele Ferrero, who owns a number of well-known brands including Nutella, Tic Tacs, and Ferrero Rocher. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also hand-picked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.